Welcome everybody to your QBL Game of the Week, featuring the Southwest Metro Pirates hosting the Logan Thunder in the Carly Adams Foundation Charity Shield matchup. The Pirates women got a big 20-plus point win in the first matchup, so the men have a bit of a comfort zone in the battle for the Shield. However, they will have their hands full tonight with a red-hot Logan Thunder team. Dave, this is going to be a huge, huge matchup. I'm not sure what's happening with the camera now. I'm going to have a look.
We'll sort it.
We'll get it sorted out, but the matchup is going to be an excellent, excellent matchup. This is going to be a great game for the Pirates and Thunder.
Yeah, absolutely. Really looking forward to it. I think we've got, Logan have come off a really good win last week. We challenged them before the game. We talked about, can they handle some of the better teams, and they struggled previously, but they certainly got a great win against Townsville. Really impressed with their intent from the get-go. They moved the ball well, they shot the ball well, scored a bunch of points, and that's why they're second in the league, averaging 98 points a game. So Logan playing some good hoops right now.
Yeah, and Southwest also got a pretty nice win. It was a last-second win on the road against the Sunshine Coast Phoenix. So the struggles for Southwest, they are well known. They're a pretty talented defensive team, but they're really struggling to put the ball in the basket, Dave. Do you think they have the firepower to match up and hang with Logan here tonight?
I think they have the firepower, definitely. I think, to your point, defensively, they've got potential, but for me, they've been extremely inconsistent. They've had some good minutes and really bad moments, and that's come from, 11-point quarters and then allowing, a 38-point quarter. So that for me, they've been horribly inconsistent. Has been their biggest problem this season. They've certainly got plenty of talent. And their three-point woes surely have known, and no doubt teams are going to accommodate or adjust their defensive structures to probably encourage them to shoot a few threes at the moment. Last in the league, 21% from three, Johnny.
Yeah, it's not a nice number, and we've seen the Pirates quite a few times here on the QBL Game of the Week, and the teams, like you said, definitely have adjusted to them, allowing them to shoot from three. How do you think the Pirates match up, though, with this Logan Thunder squad? I was really impressed with them last week. They have a bit of size of it, and a size advantage with Hobie Shea, Mitch Young, those type of players. It should be pretty good. Who do you think is the key for the Pirates if they want to have a win today?
Well, I think for me, they need more guys, getting more than 12, 13 points. That's the challenge for them. Who's going to be their guy that can go get 22, 26, 28 points? That's the challenge. They've got Harrison and Bairstow and Omlis and Jake Allen and Vines. Vil Williams is still injured. So there's plenty of talent, and they do it by committee. But they just someone needs to step up, and they need to start making some more noise on the defensive end as well. If they allow 98 points tonight, they're going to lose.
Yeah, and not helping the cause is Princeton Onwis. You see, I don't know if you can see it on the screen, but he's got his shooting hand, his pinky finger and ring finger taped together. He had the dislocated finger earlier this week. Thankfully, it's not broken or fractured or anything, but that may affect Onwis, and they really need him tonight. They've needed him all season long. He is their leading scorer with 18.5 points a game, but they really need him, I think, to step up and put up a 25, 30-point game tonight if they're going to get a win.
Yeah, I was going to suggest Omlis is one of the guys that's critical, but equally also know that he's suffered from that injury.
And Hobie Shea comes out firing right away, goes right at Terrell Harrison to lay it in, scores the first 2 points of the evening. And Shea had that massive dunk, Dave. That was awesome last week. I got to mention it again. If you haven't seen it, definitely check out the Nothing But Net Media Facebook page. Rayshawn Simmons off the backboard, Shea with the hammer. Good start here for Logan. Nice stop, and then a bucket on the other end. Simmons, I thought, was really impressive at the point guard slot for Logan last week as well.
Yeah, he really was. And
nice follow there by Harrison.
Yeah, good take from Bairstow. He was good, Johnny, and I think one of the corrections, if they watched the tape from Townsville, was Townsville really sagged the D, and they really gave too much space to some of the Logan shooters. Logan's number 3 in the league this year, 39%. So,
Shea was cocking one back to put it down again and got fouled by Harrison. I like what Shea's doing here, really drawing the big guy away and then attacking him with his speed.
Yeah, I mean, Harrison's going to have it's an interesting target. I mean, Harrison's, for me, is going to be certainly capable of sending it into the fourth row, but I'm loving the challenge.
Yeah, Harrison is the third in blocks per game so far on the season. He comes in averaging a 1.3 blocks a game, so he's certainly capable of sending one back. Shea missed them both, though, tipped around, and Shea recovers. Simmons going to fire the wing three. That's wet. And he was really impressive. We said it before, but I want to say it again. He wasn't as much of an offensive threat as I thought he was going to be, but I thought he really ran the show very well for Logan last week.
Yeah, he did. He gained good penetration, feet in the paint, and that just caused a lot of problems for Townsville. Nice pass from Vines.
Bairstow couldn't finish with the left hand. Scrapping for the ball. It's a jump ball.
Good action early from the Pirates with some good looks.
Vines has been somewhat quiet. It hasn't been a typical Ryan Vines season up to this point, but we have seen signs of him coming to life. Harrison goes right at Young and lays it in with the left hand, and he's been impressive also the last couple of weeks, Tyrell Harrison.
Yeah, he's been good. We were a little critical of him in the first couple games we got him, and then a definite improvement over the last month for sure. You know, averaging 13 and 5 now and 1.3 blocks. He's been really good, but his reads have been better. He's diving harder. Great out of bounds play then as well.
Throw it up for the big man. Let him catch it high and put it up.
You can't teach 7 foot, Johnny.
You definitely can. That's the old adage. Shea has it now, top of the key. He's been a great addition to this Thunder squad. Now Cedar has it with 10 on the shot clock. He's going to fire a three. That's blocked by Onwis. Vines tried to find a streaking Princeton, but it's stolen back by Michael Cedar. Simmons gets the Young screen. Now Tommy Amar with it. Back to Simmons. Wants the clear out and wants a Young screen. Nice cut. Tipped out of bounds. Now they're going to say it went off the hands of Logan. So it's going to be Pirates ball. I want to take this time to congratulate our buddy Tommy Amar recently with the nuptials, getting married.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Tommy. All the best to you and your new bride.
Must be going okay because he's shooting the ball really well. Number 1 in the league.
Number 1 in the league at a pretty healthy 58.3% from 3. Nice dish from Allen to Bairstow with the left-hand finish.
And you know, equally that's why Logan's tough this year. You know, Luke Shelley's in at number 10, so they got plenty of shooting, and then you got guys like Shea and Simmons who are you know, really tough on the drive all night long.
I like what I see here early. Onwis inside, Bairstow to Allen, left-hand finish. Looks like Southwest really pushing the ball in transition, something we haven't seen much of from them this season.
No, I was talking to TT before the game, and we talked a little bit about the strategy and how they were going to approach Logan, and I won't give away too many secrets, but I just said, listen, my 10 cents is you guys need to push the ball more in trans.
Cedar, nice dish inside for Simmons.
They got, they've got again, solid, experienced guys who are generally good decision makers in trans, and so I think they're going to be better to push the ball more.
Back door to Onwis. He can't finish, but Harrison does with 2 hands. What a follow dunk there by Tyrell Harrison. Simmons is fouled on the floor. So that's going to be 2 shots. I thought it was on the floor, but they're going to say it was in the act of shooting. So Simmons getting to the free throw line on the season. Hey, Sean Simmons shooting 78% from the free throw line. And last week when we had the Logan Thunder, and really since we've been covering the QBL, Dave, we talked about that Logan Thunder group, perennial contenders with Mitch Young and Michael Cedar. but kind of lacking that point guard presence. A combination of Simmons and Sean Carroll seems to have worked a treat for Logan.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really, Harrison maybe snuck a little step in there. That's okay. Yeah, I mean, people have underestimated. It's a really good group they've got here. Like, good balance. You know, they got shooting, they got penetration, they got size, they got experience. You know, it's a really good group. They've had good groups the last few years, but as you say, they've just lacked that championship, I guess, quality. And, you know, this year they're playing really well, 7-3.
Nice take there by Vines. Young on the other end had a bucket as well. So teams exchanging layups at the moment. Neither team able to get some consistent stops. Young fires it deep too, that's off. And Vines corrals it for the Pirates. Go to the block, and Harrison working against former Bullets teammate Mitch Young. Left-handed hook shots off, and Shea comes down with it. That's a good matchup for Harrison. He's got the height advantage, but Young certainly has the strength. Onwis with a nice steal. Vines for three.
Come on, kids.
Tendacon Machando trying to disrupt trying to disrupt our live stream as best as he can before he checks in.
He's trying to get in the game, but he's also trying to get in on the television, mate.
Yeah.
On the computer.
The Machando and Ringholt getting set to check in for the Pirates. Bairstow has it, working against Amar. Gets it out to Vines. There's 6 on the shot clock. Vines is going to have to get a shot off quick. He gets inside, dumps it off. Allen flips one up. That's off. But Allen strips it from Amar. Then they're going to get, it looks like they're going to get Tommy Amar for pushing Terrell Harrison in the back.
I like that this is the best I think the Pirates have looked this first quarter. There's better movement, better ball movement. The spacing's okay as well. You know, they've missed a few easy ones, but I think it's just maybe a simpler sort of approach.
They're trying to throw it up for Onwis. A lot of contact. He lost it out of bounds. But I agree with you, Dave. I think the pace, I don't know if they could keep it up for 4 quarters at this rate.
Yeah.
Because we haven't seen that from them all season. And we know Logan loves to get up and down the floor. And here comes Sean Carroll in for the first time tonight. He has been excellent. He was the leading scorer for Logan last week in the game we covered for against Townsville.
Yeah, the old dog has plenty of tricks still. And again, you know, if Simmons or goes to the off guard or needs to spell, I mean, it's pretty handy when you get a guy like Carroll coming in.
Yeah, I mean, Carroll's shooting great percentages, 48% from the field, 44% from 3. He's also dropping in 6.5 assists per game. That's good enough for 5th in the league as Obi Shea takes it outside and hits a 3. So great minutes from Carroll.
Yeah.
Ringholt has it now. Reversal to Allen. His wing 3 is off. Young recovers for Logan. There's Carroll driving baseline. Gets it out to Shea. They work it back to Simmons. Now Young working against Ringholt. Spins left. Hook shot is off.
Oh!
What a follow from Obi Shea.
I saw that coming.
My man has got springs in his legs. That's another one from Obi Shea. He must love the coverage, I think. I think he loves getting up a little more.
Yeah.
Onwis working against Shea. Finds Ringholt. He'll fire a 3. It's up. It's way off. Bairstow's follow is no good, but he's fouled from behind.
Well, Shea doing it on both ends too. Great defensive stop there on Onwis.
Marty Leahy getting set to check in. Going to give Jake Allen a breather, and Vines also checking in. It's going to give Princeton Onwis a breather.
Again, we saw Logan last week, Johnny. Their offense is really crisp, and they're really playing good ball right now too. Good spacing, good action, dump in, cutters come off. They're keeping it simple. and they got plenty of shooters, so they get given opportunities for Young to operate, or they've got guys who can drive and attack.
And they're shooting the ball really well from deep also, Dave. I mean, they're one of the top three-point shooting teams in the QBL this season.
Yeah, third in threes and third in makes as well, so they launch plenty.
Simmons gets it out to Young. Jump shot is good from Mitch Young.
Yeah, all created again by the hard closeout on Simmons. I think they need to pick their poison a bit better on Simmons. I mean, I think you want to try and make him a shooter versus utilizing the penetration, because he does a great job of that.
Pirates doing a good job keeping it alive. Machando's going to fire a three. That rolls off the rim. Carroll recovers for Logan. 18-14 the lead. Simon Taylor wide open underneath, lays it in. That's a good find there by Rayshawn Simmons. Bairstow from the free throw line is good, and I think Jared Bairstow, they need to get a few more looks for Bairstow as well.
Yeah.
He's a really good player. He can get it inside, outside. He's someone who could give you 18 a game.
Oh, absolutely. I think the same, mate. Taylor misses the three. But again, you know, it's tough when you got, I mean, obviously their leading scorer with 18 a game, but, you know, Bairstow's certainly capable of giving it to you.
The zone. Vine's going to fire a three over the zone. It's off. Young grabs the defensive rebound and kicks ahead for Carroll. Carroll layup is good. The up and under. I think Obi Shea wanted the alley. I wanted to see it too.
Yeah.
Can we get a word out to Sean Carroll next time? Put it up there for us. Bairstow's teardrop is short. Shea recovers. Logan pushing again. Pass is too strong though for Carroll. Cedar checks in for Mitch Young. So Logan going with the 4-guard lineup here. Shea gonna be the man in the middle for the defense. .20 seconds to go in the first quarter. Machando picks up his dribble, gets it out to Vines with 3 on the shot clock. He fires a deep 2. That's short. Simmons then fouled there by Tendakai Machando. That's the 4th team foul on the Pirates. They're down 6, 12 seconds to go. You got to think Logan's going to hold for the final shot here. Who you running for, Dave, with 12 on the clock?
We got to watch out for sneaky Cedar in the corner, but equally Shea's coming to get the ball, looking to go to work here.
Shea puts it on the floor.
But clear offensive.
He put the forearm up. Good job there by Bairstow, moving his feet and getting set. So 3 seconds to go now, and Pirates have an opportunity for a shot. Princeton Onwis wants to check in. Not sure who he's checking in for. It'll be Bairstow. Machando picks it up, gets inside, grades the shot, but Shea with the big block. That's a nice recovery there by Shea. Machando used his body really well to create some space, but good help defense.
Yeah, it was a good take and great block.
Great first quarter of action. Logan up by 6, 22-16. We'll take a break. We'll come back with some stats in the second quarter of action here on your QBL Game of the Week, presented to you by Nothing But Net Media and Live Sport Australia. Back with you here at Hibiscus Sports Complex for your QBL Game of the Week. It's a 22-16 lead for the Logan Thunder over the Southwest Metro Pirates. Taking a look at the statistics, leading the way for the Logan Thunder. Pretty well-balanced attack. Rayshawn Simmons and Obi Shea with 7 points apiece. They're top scoring for the whole game, Dave. Pretty good first quarter of action. Southwest got off to a hot start, but kind of started to tail away there towards the end of the quarter.
Yeah, they did, and I don't know if that was them just tailing off or Logan switching to the zone, which they did late for the last few minutes. But we'll see how they eventuate, or see how it continues here in the second quarter. You know, for the Pirates, they've done a better job of the first quarter looking after the ball. That's what's killing them. They're 13th in the league, as in 13th bad in assists per, turnovers per game, averaging 17 a game. So 2 in the first quarter is a really good start for them. And you know, they've just missed a couple of ones they need to finish.
Bairstow finishes through the contact. He recognized the mismatch with Simon Taylor on his back, and good job there by Pirates forcing it inside to the big fella.
Yeah, I mean, they had 8 more shots than the Thunder in the first half, in the first quarter, Johnny. So they were playing pretty good hoops. They just missed a couple easy ones, which is why Logan had a 6-point lead.
So Jared Bairstow going to the free throw line for free throw shots. On the season, he's at just under 78%. He misses the 3-point play opportunity. Taylor goes inside. Young spins in the paint. Nice up and under move. He's fouled. Not sure who they're going to give this one to. It was Harrison or Bairstow. They're going to give that one to Tyrell Harrison. That's Ty's second personal foul, the first team foul of the quarter for Southwest.
Didn't look like he did a lot wrong.
No, it didn't look like he did too much. I don't know whether there was something in the
Yeah, because Bear came in to help, and then I thought he had his hands up and was chesting him, but anyway.
I think it might have just looked a little bit ugly because it was 2 against 1, and obviously Mitch was bouncing around a little bit as well. But yeah, it didn't look like Ty did too much wrong. I mean, if anything, it almost looked like Bear, at being the second man in, had a little bit more of an impact.
Bairstow goes back inside for Harrison with Cedar on his back.
Go. Love it.
Nice left-handed hook shot there by the big fella, Tyrell Harrison, really starting to round into some form here for the Pirates.
You know, these big guys just got to get a really simple jump hook. You can't block it. Good contest on the rim again.
Here comes Onwist. He skips ahead to Leahy. Leahy leaves his feet. Jump shot is good from Marty Leahy, and we're tied at 22.
Yeah, good move from Leahy. Hasn't played great this year, Johnny, but an NBN favourite, having known him for many a year. But you know, really good to see him. He just needs a little bit of confidence. See the ball go through the net a few times.
Well, there's a bucket there for Logan. Carroll with a deep 2. Logan back up 2 now. Good look inside, and Harrison puts it down. That's a sweet dish there from the captain, Ryan Vines.
Yeah, great penetration.
And Carroll again gets inside, kicks it out to Taylor. Taylor at the rim, drops it in with the little scoop shot.
Sneaky Simo all the way to the rim. But that's the little things where the Pirates have got to be better defensively. They need to, you know, take some of that stuff away.
Harrison follows it up with the left hand. Feels like Tyrell Harrison has a problem with the rim. He just keeps smacking it. Simmons and Amar back in for Logan. Cedar controls it for the Thunder. Young, quick move to the bucket, flips it up with the right hand and gets the friendly roll. It's a really nice battle between the two big men.
Yeah, it is really good, and sometimes Mitch Young's a bit quicker, and maybe Tyrell's, I think he'll get him with the height. But great move from Young. He's been doing it for a while, and he's had a terrific season, Johnny, putting up. He's putting up his case for MVP. First in rebounds, 8th in scoring. I mean, terrific season so far for Mitchell.
Really nice moment, a few minutes of play here for the Pirates. They tied it up at 28 after a Vines bucket and a Logan turnover. Coach Ken wants to chat with the troops, so we'll take a break. It's knotted at 28 with 7:13 to go in the first of your QBL Game of the Week, presented by Nothing But Net Media and Live Sport Australia. Back with you at Hibiscus Sports Complex. John Guarna and Dave Derwin with Regan Baker presenting the QBL Game of the Week. It's tied at 28 between Southwest and Logan. Pretty good time out there for Coach Can as Southwest seems to be having some success. Harrison gets called for the 3 seconds. Don't know if Coach Downer's upset with his team or the call.
Well, I think the call, a bit harsh. I mean, you know, you don't call 3 seconds in this league unless it's a...
I think that's the first 3-second call in this league this year.
Right, unless it's an insane advantage, you know. Like,
and he was on the move to the basket as well. Like, he was on his spin move getting ready to jam it. Like,
yeah, harsh.
Let the man jam it.
On the other end, they get Rayshawn Simmons for the blocking foul and the moving screen. So maybe they maybe a make-up call. We'll see.
That doesn't happen, Johnny.
No, there's no such thing. I know. Sorry. Bairstow from the baseline. That's good.
Yeah, they've just had better movement and motion tonight, the Pirates. I think they've offensively looked a lot better.
Tommy Amar leaves his feet. Pass stolen by Leahy. Kicks ahead. Vines back to Leahy. Reverse layup blocked again by Obi Shea.
You got to watch that guy.
He was there the whole time. It was a good read. Really nice patience there from Shea as well.
It was. Vines, he made what he thought was the right pass, but Shea trailed it really well.
Allen back in now, out to Vines. Work it around to Onwes. He'll fire a wing three that banks home. He's going to claim he called it. He definitely didn't, but the Pirates are up 5.
Well, hey, when you're shooting 21% for the season, you take bank, no bank.
As long as it goes down.
They all count.
Cedar out to Shea. He'll fire a wing three. That's good from Obi Shea.
He's been really good the last couple of weeks.
He's been an excellent addition. We're pretty sure that he's from New South Wales because we've never seen him in Queensland before.
No.
We won't hold that against him.
No, we won't.
Especially not this weekend.
Especially not this weekend. You're right, Regan. Bairstow's having a great night so far also for Pirates as Amar fires a three that's too strong. Vines, little teardrop, banks it in. Back-to-back deposits for the Pirates.
Yeah, really good. Now they've built a little 7-point lead here. Nice little run coming out of the second quarter.
Young banks one home as well. It's a nice little screen and roll action for the Logan Thunder. Onwes, good pump fake, good recovery by Shea. Harrison finds Bairstow wide open for the layup.
Just a little defensive breakdown under the rim.
Simmons looking inside, dumps it off. Young can't finish, but he's fouled, so he'll go to line for a couple shots.
Yeah, good penetration from Simmons, really patient. Kept probing with a live dribble, and then the defense came in, helped, and left Young open.
And that's a nice take there from Mitch Young. Good hands to the catch. It was a low pass and just go straight up with it as well.
Yeah.
Simmons really crafty inside. He's quick. He's not overly stockily built,
no,
I guess, but very quick and strong.
Well, I think probing is a good way to describe him. He's just always got a good live dribble, and he's always putting the defense under pressure.
Young hits the free throw, so it's down to 5, the lead for Southwest.
Nice hesitation and a change of speed. And
Ringhold's back in for the Pirates. Onwis has it now. Scoop shot isn't good. Simmons gets it, though, for Logan. Simmons pass tipped out of bounds. Good active hands there by Princeton. Onwis. Logan's got 18 on the shot clock. They're down 5. Shea, top of the key, puts it on the floor, has to bring it back out for his point guard Simmons. Skip pass, Cedar's open, he'll fire the 3, it's short. Vines with the nice defensive rebound. Nice hesitation dribble, and Vines again with the teardrop.
Yeah, much better aggression from Vines tonight. And what's that going to give him, 8 points maybe, Johnny? 6. Much better job. That's offensive.
Good move, good defense there from Ryan Vine, shuffling his feet. They let the first bump go. The second one was definitely a charge on Simmons. And I talked to Coach Downer before the game. He's been really impressed with Vine's defensive intensity, really stepping up in the last couple of weeks. And that's a great example of it.
Yeah, he's been good tonight in the, this first half. I think defensively, he's done a really good job moving his feet and trying to keep Simmons out of the paint.
Ringgold hands off for Onwis on the wing. There's 6 on the shot clock. Onwis goes to his left hand, fading away, can't bank it home. And Young kicks ahead for Cedar. Now Amar. Amar stepped out of bounds though, so another turnover for Logan. That's Logan's 9th turnover so far in the first half.
Yeah.
Bairstow now over to Onwis. Approaching the 3-minute mark in the first half. Southwest up 7. Allen spinning left and banks it home against Carroll. Good read and take there by Allen.
Yeah, just really good patience too. Both teams offensively have been really good tonight with their patience and just letting the play come to them. It's been a really entertaining, free-flowing game so far.
Simmons working against the defense, gets it to Carroll in the corner. It's off the side of the backboard. Shea, though, follows it up for 2. Fortuitous bounce there for Obi Shea.
Yeah, you gotta love the lucky bounce.
Carroll working hard against Jake Allen. Allen likes to match up with Carroll. Carroll fouls him on his way to the paint. That's the 4th team foul on Logan. It's Sean Carroll's first personal. There's 8 on the shot clock for Allen. Gets inside the paint, tries to create some contact. Young gets the defensive rebound out to Carroll. Carroll goes inside for Shea. Foul's going to go against Bairstow for the block. A push. 3rd team foul for Southwest. It's been really well refereed tonight also, really letting the teams play, letting them play physical. It's been a very good game to watch so far.
Yeah, it was better than the foul-a-thon last Sunday, that's for sure.
Shea with another 3.
I think there was like 59 fouls
in
that game.
It was insane.
Shea doing it from the outside and the inside so far this evening for Logan. Onwis tries to answer the 3, and he does for Southwest. good response there from Princeton Onless.
Yeah, really good answer again. Just when the Pirates sort of lost their way in the last couple of possessions.
Young's 3 is short.
I think this is where, for Logan, it'll be interesting. If the 3-ball isn't dropping for them and they dry it up a little bit, what are they going to go to? Again, for them, only 39 points in a half is really under their season performance averages.
Barstow with the jumper over Rayshawn Simmons. Lead is up to 9 now for Southwest.
And I don't know if when they need a bucket.
That's what you want to see when you need a bucket. Your point guard getting in the paint, finishing, plus the foul.
I was going to say, that's the chalk and cheese. I don't know that you need Mitch Young threes versus that's a better option when you need a really bucket. Make something happen, go to the rim.
Timeout taken on the floor, so we'll take one as well. Just under a minute to go in the first half with the Pirates up 7 over Logan in your QBL Game of the Week, presented to you by Nothing But Net Media and Live Sport Australia. Back with you at Hibiscus Sports Complex. We're under a minute to go. Southwest up 48-41. Pretty good first half of action. Southwest doing a pretty good job defensively, really forcing Logan into some tough looks. But that was a great take just before the break by Rayshawn Simmons plus the foul.
Yeah, really good answer, because we were just saying they looked a little quiet there for the last couple of possessions. But again, great answer when you need a bucket. And that's what we talked about, that the balance they have is, terrific. Plenty of options.
Pass is a little too strong for Onwis. Can't finish with the left hand. Young defensive rebound. See if Logan goes for the 2-for-1. Carroll has it stolen. Machendo comes up with it. Kicks ahead for Princeton. Onwis, who lays it in. I thought he was going to smash it. He cocked it back like he was going to drop the hammer.
Injured finger.
Fair enough.
Either that, or I think he knew that he would have got rejected something fierce if he tried.
Oh, I think with the no dislocated finger, I think he would have smashed it home.
Well, Simmons has it. Carroll in the corner. Three-pointer is up. It's short. Long rebound. Machendo has it with 3 on the clock. Hands it off. Vines is going to fire a 3. It's good.
It's good.
It's good by the captain, Ryan Vines. Nice dish there from Machendo as well, creating the space. Vines stepped into it confidently, and he drains it before the break. And Southwest going into the halftime up 11, Dave. Probably the best first half we've seen from the Pirates all season, Dave.
You're being far too nice. Without doubt, the best they've played for 20 minutes of basketball this year.
And it was a good first half for Logan as well, but they're going to head into the break down 11. We'll take a break. We'll come back with some analysis and some statistics and the second half of action as Southwest up 53-42 over the Logan Thunder in your QBL Game of the Week, presented by Nothing But Net Media and Live Sport Australia. Nice first half of action in the books for the Southwest Metro Pirates. They're up by 11, 53-42. We said it before the break. I'll say it again, Dave. Best half of action we've seen from Southwest all season. And you look at the statistics, and it's a really well-balanced attack for Southwest. Led by Jared Bairstow, 16. They also have Harrison with 12 and Vines with 11. And I think they've also tightened up the bench, really only going 9 deep at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, for them, obviously, you know, scoring, is it 37, Johnny? No. How's my math?
Yeah, 37.
37. My math is still okay. I mean, you know, 17 field goals, 11 assists for that quarter. Obviously, that's good basketball, which means they were sharing the ball, they were making shots, which is something they haven't done. So everything looks good when you make a couple of buckets. For the Pirates, they've, you know, this is easily the best I think they've played all year. Sharing the ball, making some shots. They're getting contributions from everyone. And equally for the Thunder, they're okay. You know, they still shot the ball 56% of the time. Pirates just had 16 more shots, and that was just through a couple of those turnovers. You know, Logan has 10 in that first half there, so they just got to clean that up.
Also 8 offensive rebounds for Southwest in the first half, giving them a couple extra opportunities. Second half underway here, though, with Tyrell Harrison had himself a great start to the game. A left-handed hook shot rolls home.
Like that's a bigger 3 second than the 3 second he got called on.
Harrison, though, playing with a lot of confidence, going up against his former Bullet teammate, Mitch Young.
Harrison playing a fantastic game of ball as well. I mean, I know me personally, I've given him a bit of a hard time in the past with some of the games that I call for Southwest, but he's come out here tonight and really shown what he's made of, especially coming up against, you know, the big man from the Bullets that takes most of his court time. So he's doing a fantastic job.
Yeah, and I like the nice sort of mid to high post catch. They lose Vines, and he gets a lucky. Oh no!
Touched the upper stanchion, so out of bounds. Vines wanted that one bad.
Well, he does live here. I think he was talking to the backboard, willed it in, but touched the wire.
Allen with the defensive assignment against Rayshawn Simmons. Cedar now on the wing, puts it on the deck, leaves his feet, floater is no good. Nice rebound there by Harrison.
Yeah, good help on the contest from Onwis as well.
Inside for Allen, they're gonna get Rayshawn Simmons with a holding foul. I'll look at my stat sheet. That's gonna be Rayshawn Simmons' third personal. It's the first team foul against Logan in the second half.
First team foul, Johnny, or second?
First team.
First.
Onwis from the top of the key, 3 is off. Mark comes down with the defensive rebound. Simmons dumps it off. Shea can't handle the pass, though.
I think he was cocking it before he caught it, and he just lost out of bounds. Good take again from Simmons, really putting the Pirates under pressure.
Harrison puts it on the floor, goes right to the rim. Left-handed shot is off. It's tipped out of bounds. Simmons has it now for Logan. Goes right at the defense and flips it up and in.
He's pretty quick in transition. Old Simmons.
I wouldn't want to have to guard him. Harrison hands off for Onwis, back out. Harrison from the elbow now.
There you go.
Jump shot, Sweat.
Nice little two-man game there with Onwis.
That's a big jump shot too for Harrison. If he could hit that consistently, you got to think he'll get some minutes with the Bullets.
Yeah, to your point.
He gets called for the blocking foul on the other end.
A little bit of a youngster call, maybe.
I feel that's his third personal also.
I feel that happens in every single drive.
Young hits it. Young so far tonight, that's his 11th point. He's been to the free throw line 5, make it 6 times now.
Coach Danner was 6. I think Coach Danner was agreeing with me as he was talking to the referee.
Well, you're 100% right, Dave, that it's almost every time down the court. Simmons gets it out to Young. Young Euro steps and then flips it up and in.
Again, good action, and Simmons putting the Pirates on their back heels, and good things are happening every time Simmons does that.
He's not looking to score either every time, which is nice. He's really drawn the defense to create.
Well, I think he's, you know, one of the legit pass-first guards, and they're pretty rare, to be honest.
Vines teardrop, rolls home. Cedar, Amar now in the corner, 3 is short.
Wow.
Shea loses it out of bounds off of Jake Allen. A lot of contact on that rebound.
Yeah.
Amar has his pass blocked by Onwis.
Tommy Amar about to inbound the ball.
Young uses the hesitation out to Cedar. He'll fire a 3. That's off. Cedar yet to really get on track so far for Logan tonight.
Yeah, quiet night for Mick so far. Scoreless on 5 shots.
Vines can't finish with the reverse layup. Bairstow, though, with the good hands to come up with the steal. Vines throws up the teardrop, and it's too strong. Onwis offensive rebound misses. And then Onwis gets called for the reach-in foul from behind on Rayshard and Simmons.
And Coach Danner has a fair gripe, not on that foul, on the one they missed down the other end.
He just wants it both ways.
Well, that's all they're asking for.
Yeah, that's all he's asking for. Here's Cedar off the screen. Gets it out to Shea. Now inside, Young with Onwis on him. Good strong take, but it's too strong from Young. It's my jam, by the way. I love this song. I'm a big believer.
It's terrible.
Little bit of respect lost. A little bit.
Yeah.
Harrison again. Gets it to roll home.
Thinks he's Chris Bosh. Harrison, the Australian Chris Bosh.
Well, he's looking like it tonight. The Jimmy's working. He's got the full repertoire on display as Shea tries to bully his way in.
Great
Gets
job.
called for the offensive foul. It's the second one Bairstow's picked up on Obi Shea. It's pretty scary to think that Tyrell Harrison really only has been playing basketball for a few years. You see why the Bullets really locked him in and have put so much time and effort into develop him.
Yeah, he's doing
We've seen a lot of growth just in the start of the season till now.
Yeah, I'd say the last 3 months in particular, there's been some really good developments.
Bairstow steps out of bounds. And he's become a real weapon for the Pirates. And the thing for me that is impressive, and I want to get your thoughts on it, is we talk about this a lot off air, but teams don't typically know how to use a big man, but Pirates are really doing a good job of getting him touches and keeping him involved.
Well, I think, to your point, Johnny, tonight's by far the best they've done at it. Well, let's be clear, they haven't maybe done a great job so far this year, bits and pieces, but tonight in particular, they've done a really good job. And it's been a little bit sort of that split line catch, which has been interesting because, you know, he can rise up and go either way or put it on the deck or shoot. Great job from Marty Lay again, hitting the boards.
Well, he's definitely, and we're talking about Tyrell Harrison here, as Shea tries to left hand. It looked like it was too strong, but it fell down for him. So team's kind of just trading buckets at the moment. Pirates up 11, 63-52 with 4:40 to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, 14 points now for Shea. Steal from Tommy, but
that's the second time we've seen Bairstow get a steal that way as well, just absolutely pressuring the defense. Excuse me, the offense.
Wow, I was going to say.
A lot of contact on Bairstow. That's going to go against McCedar. It's not a shooting foul, it was on the floor, so Pirates maintain possession. Logan with 3 team fouls, Southwest with 2 in the third.
Yeah, good quarter for the Pirates so far. Again, trying to look to keep the penetration up, get to the foul line, keep mixing it up with it if they can, get Logan under pressure.
Vines finishes inside. Vines is having a great game tonight too. His best game we've seen this season.
Yeah, I think he was struggling with some injuries earlier in the season, but looks healthy.
Onwis really active. Shea inside, gets it out to Cedar. He'll fire the 3. Too strong, tipped around. Shea recovers for Logan. Now Cedar in the corner, wide open. Can't get it to fall. Shea offensive rebound. He's fouled on the putback. Bit of frustration starting to build in for both teams at the moment. Cedar not happy with himself, missing a wide open 3.
Yeah, you talked about, the Pirates, can they keep up the pace, Johnny? Good question, because both teams look a little spent right now. And I was waiting for one of them to blow a timeout.
It's going to be Logan. Coach Can taking a timeout, so we'll take one as well. Just under 4 minutes to go. Pirates up 65-52 over Logan. Your QBL Game of the Week presented to you by Nothing But Net Media and Live Sport Australia. Back with you at Hibiscus Sports Complex. Obi Shea at the free throw line for the Logan Thunder. Taking a quick look at the out-of-town scoreboard. The Brisbane Capitals up big over the North Gold Coast Seahawks, 107-65. It's 56-48, the Phoenix over the Spartans at the moment. 32-29, hands over Gladstone in the second quarter. The Mackay Meteors in a tight one against the Gold Coast Rollers, 38-37. The final game so far is 35-34. Toowoomba leading the University of Sunshine Coast Rip in the second quarter as well. So some pretty interesting scores out there, Dave, and a really tight men's competition in the QBL.
Yeah, really good. I guess the Capitals are getting back to their rhythm. I mean, they had a good game against Mackay. They didn't get the marbles, but they played pretty well.
Simon Taylor with the lay-in.
And this is where for the Pirates, they've got a +2 in this third quarter, but we've covered a few games, and they've been a bit shaky. Further evidence by Coach Downer's timeout.
Yeah, Coach Downer going to take a timeout. Let's keep it here, though, Dave. They were looking for that high-low action with Troy Thompson. Ringhold, the pass just went right through his hands. And Coach Downer, very wary, I think, of that third quarter, their traditional third quarter struggles so far this season. Really wants them to get it right.
Well, again, just little things like that. You've got to come in and firstly catch the damn ball and then execute. And I think Ringhold's done a good job for them since he's come in. But again, obviously, a big part, critical part of the game, how you start and how you close out quarters. They've got 3 minutes on the clock. They've had a really good job. They had a big second quarter, put them to the sword. Now Logan's kind of fighting back. It's an even third quarter. So, and again, equally for the Thunder, they got to try and get some stops and play good transition basketball because they look terrific in trans. And overall, have done a pretty good job of it so far.
I think Logan is trying to get themselves back into this game. The thing, if you're a Logan Thunder fan, you're not necessarily happy about it, but you're certainly aware of the fact that they're only shooting 3 of 17. You can't imagine that's going to stay that way for the rest of the game, Dave. From 3.
Well, no, I mean you know, they're one of the better shooting clubs in the competition. But equally, I think the Pirates have done a really good job of getting contested hands. And you know, they probably watched the Townsville game and listened to the tremendous call we had, Johnny, and realised that Townsville gave Logan far too much space on those threes, and then Logan just went bang, bang, bang. So I think the Pirates done a good correction tonight of closing out on some of that.
Well, Mick Cedar finally hits a 3. He was very relieved to get one to fall. Cuts the deficit to 8, but Onwis responds on the other end for Southwest. Taking it back out to 11. Carroll from the corner, that's too strong. Shea, another offensive rebound, goes right to the rim and puts it back home.
Yeah, great job from Shea. He's been terrific tonight, but he's been really good in this third quarter with a couple of big offensive rebounds.
Yeah, that's his 10th rebound, 5 of them offensive, Dave. He's got the double-double going already. Vines' pass is stolen. Cedar recovers and hands off for Carroll.
Well, they just need to get some more stuff going to the rim instead of just the passing, as Logan just flipped it up into the zone again.
Luke Shelley's first three-point attempt doesn't fall. Leahy's pushing. These are 3-on-2. His pass, though, stolen by Cedar. Carroll will fire from the wing. That one's off the back of the rim. And then they're going to get Luke Shelley for the foul, pushing Princeton onwards from behind. Young gonna check in for Obi Shea. That's Shelley's first personal. It's the 4th team foul against Logan. Both Pirates and Logan with 4 team fouls. 1:45 to go in the third. Machando back in for Southwest. He's on the left wing, takes a few dribbles. Finds Vines now. Vines gets inside, floater, rolls home. A little teardrop has been lovely from the captain, Ryan Vines.
Yeah.
Regan, I'm not sure what the chat is there. Can you clear that up for me?
Yeah, to be game delay warning. After the ball went in the hoop, Machando just interfered with the ball, so it's just a game delay. So nothing too serious, but anyone from Southwest now that does the same thing, it's an instant technical foul.
Thank you for clarifying. I wasn't sure what the conversation was about. Carroll gets inside, finds Shelley in the corner. He's fouled. Oh, they're going to say he stepped out of bounds. Oh, no, they gave it to Thompson. All right, Thompson with the body.
2 shots.
So Luke Shelley going to go to the free throw line for 2. On the season, Shelley's hitting at an 80% clip.
Yeah, a minute to go here in the third. Interesting to see if Logan tries something in this, out of this free throw, a little press or a little trap. Looks like they're having a chat. The Brains Trust.
Well, he certainly did a lot of press and trapping against Townsville last weekend when we saw them off of any make, really.
Yeah.
Haven't seen too much of that tonight, though.
No, not tonight. I think, yeah, it's interesting. I guess depends on how Coach Can feels the game's going. And
so Shelley hit them both. Deficit cut to 9. They wanted a backcourt, but the referees decided Young knocked it out of Jake Allen's hands. Wide open in the corner is Onwis. His three-pointer is too strong. Simon Taylor ahead. Young with the left hand. That's a great catch and finish there from Mitch Young.
Yeah, a really good rim run for those young kids watching. Got to work hard and give your guys a target in transition.
Vines will fire from 3. That one's off the back of the rim. Onwis recovers. There's about 35 seconds to go in the third. Southwest now, Machando has 6 on the shot clock. Gets it out, Thompson puts it on the floor, fires it deep 2. That's off, and Young gets the rebound. It's stolen, though, by Onwis.
Yeah, good job on the glass on a pretty ugly possession.
There's 8 now on the shot clock for Vines. He's got to get to work here. 3 now. Fadeaway jump shot. Ryan Vines hits another one. Logan kicks ahead. Young catch. Layup is no good, but he's fouled. The foul is going to go against the captain, Ryan Vines.
Yeah, big bucket down the other end. And they kind of needed that. Just I think for the Pirates' mojo was to get a bucket late, keep that lead at whatever it is, 9, 10. Is that 9? 9 now. But then they just made that, you know, cardinal sin of missing Mitch Young under the rim. Again, he just did the same thing he did the play before.
Ryan Vines leading all scorers here tonight with 19 points. Also 5 rebounds and 3 assists as Young goes 1 of 2. And then they get Luke Shelley for the holding foul on Onwis. It's going to be 2 shots for Princeton Onwis with about 3 seconds to go in the third. Luke Shelley just picked up a player warning. Now he's going to check out. Rayshawn Simmons going to check in. Onwis at the free throw line for a pair. And these are Onwis's first free throw attempts tonight.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously he's at the bit of the dodgy finger, so he's probably tried to, with respect, probably avoid a bit of injury or a bit of contact. So that's not too surprising. But I mean, I think he's a great.
A lot of contact. Ball stays with Logan though. That was nice to see the baseball pass. There's 1.3 seconds to go. Simon Taylor going to inbound. And Terrell Harrison going to check in. You got to think he's going to pressure the inbounder. Let's see what Logan's got here with 1.3. You got to think it'll probably be some action or at least a decoy at the rim.
Yeah, I mean, Harrison should just get those big mitts up. That'll cause a pretty big distraction.
Inside, Carroll's jump shot is short off the front of the rim. And heading into the final quarter of action, it's a 10-point lead for Southwest over Logan, 74-64. Again, Dave, Southwest really strong in that third quarter.
Yeah, they did what they needed to do and hung on to the lead. They haven't been a terrific team this year, specifically their third quarters have been really funky. So hopefully, if I'm Coach Downer, I'm giving them a huge pump up on them progressing well this year, this third quarter, and give them a little bit of encouragement. Just keep it simple. Really, it's just again competing, sharing the ball, and then away we go.
All right, let's see what the fourth quarter has in store for us. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back with that final quarter of action on your QBL Game of the Week, presented to you by Nothing But Net Media and Live Sport Australia. Back at Hibiscus Sports Complex, Southwest holding a 10-point lead over Logan in the QBL Game of the Week. Really well-balanced performance from both teams. Southwest with 4 players in double figures, led by the captain, Ryan Vines. And you look at Logan, they have 3 players in double figures. Hobie Shea leading the Thunder with 18. What are the statistics? What other statistics are jumping out at you, Dave?
I think both teams haven't shot the ball super well from 3, so that's fairly even, and the rebounding now is leveled up as well. It's just those turnovers is where the Pirates have had a few more extra possessions, versus Logan. Cedar 2 of 10 for 5 points so far. I mean, you'd be a little bit nervous because generally he's not going to score 5 points too many times. But again, they've got to, Pirates got to keep on defending, and equally, Logan need to get back into just some of the stuff that they're good at, which is getting the ball through hands, good penetration, getting stops in transition. So
Simmons has it for Logan, picks up his dribble, goes inside, Young finishes, plus the foul. Good recognition there by Simmons with Machando guarding Young in the block. That's a nice finish there from Mitch Young. Dave doesn't like the call.
It's a bit soft.
Jeez.
I'll agree with Dave on that one. It's a bit soft.
Nonetheless, Young hits it. Can't hit the free throw, though. Shea, another offensive rebound. His putback blocked by Harrison. Second time, Harrison fouls him from behind. Hobie Shea doing work on the glass tonight. Just absolutely relentless on the boards.
He's been a beast. I think he's got 6 O-boards, Johnny.
That is his 6th offensive rebound. He's got 11 total rebounds so far. Hits the free throw. Hits them both. So the deficit cut to 6 now for Logan. And here comes a little pressure up court from Logan. There's the trap. Bairstow breaks it. Onwis, Harrison, one-hand slam.
Yeah, it's always the risk when you want to push up the floor. If you can pass out of it, the ball will pass out quicker than any dribble.
Shea flips one up. Harrison tips it. Onwis comes down with it. He's off running. Euro step and then foul from behind. That one's going to go, looks like, against Simon Taylor. And Princeton Onwis going back to the free throw line for a couple more shots. Nice transition, though. Team's really pushing the ball, and something we haven't seen from the Pirates much this season. Really looking to get the ball up ahead and trying to get a couple easy ones.
Well, I think they look a whole lot better when they try and transition out of it, versus the sort of the general pace that they like to play.
Princeton Onwis hits that first one. Second one is good as well, so lead back to 10 now for Southwest. 9 minutes to go in the game. Cedar jabs, creates some space, misses the 3. Looks like they're going to give that one. It's going to go into Hobie Shea, trying to grab a rebound.
Again, though, he's done it. He's on every piece of O-board. Love it.
It's the kind of guy you need, I think.
Yeah.
Certainly doesn't hurt having a player like Hobie Shea on the floor for you. Bairstow on the block against Cedar. Goes to the baseline, can't finish. It's tipped, and Onwis has it now for Southwest. They go inside to Harrison. He squares up against Young, uses the pump fake. Yeah, dishes inside. Allen's bucket won't count. There's a foul on the floor. Foul's going to go against Mitch Young. That's Mitch Young's first personal. Machando and Harrison getting a breather. Thompson and Vines check in for Southwest. Allen thought about the 3, keeps his dribble alive. Goes inside, Bairstow, fadeaway jump shot is good. Bairstow has been excellent tonight.
Yeah, great patience again from the Pirates, which is something that they probably haven't had a great deal of this season. They just seemed a little bit more rushed.
Young with a beast of an offensive rebound and putback. He just bullied his way to that O board.
Yeah, Simmons probably a little lucky to get away with an offensive push that they didn't call.
Vines blocked by about 3 players, then Bairstow misses the layup. And here comes Cedar up ahead for Logan. He was looking for some contact, it didn't happen. Young, another offensive rebound, gets it out to Cedar, open 3 is short. Here come the Pirates again, pushing. Good ball movement. Allen open for 3. It's off. Tipped around and Simmons has it now.
Yeah, both teams are moving the ball, letting it fly.
Cedar, pump fake. Skips it over to Shea. Now inside to Young. Goes to his left. Out to Amar. Open for 3. That's short. And Logan just not shooting like we're accustomed to from deep.
Yeah, both teams are trying to throw haymakers. Nothing's landing at the moment.
Bairstow with a strong take. He's fouled by Mitch Young. Bairstow going to go to the line for a couple shots. Carroll checks in for McCedar.
Rough night at the office for Mick. 2 of 12.
1 of 10 from deep. Does have 3 rebounds and 5 assists, so keeping himself involved. But you certainly think at some point or another shots are going to start falling. Bairstow's free throw is good.
As I said, it's a pretty even game. I mean, it's only 6-all in the fourth here, with both teams launching plenty of threes and getting out and about, and they're really competing. It's been a really good game so far.
It's been an excellent game. Bairstow's 2 free throws give the Pirates a 12-point lead. Simmons out to Shea. Now Simmons has it again, working off of a Shea screen. Nice high-low action, tipped out of bounds, a pass. They're gonna say it went off the hands of the Logan Thunder, so it's gonna be Pirates ball.
Yeah, great job from Onwis. And Shea didn't complain too much, so I guess it was a pretty fair call.
Bairstow, no, it's gonna be Onwis' 3, which is short. Thought they were looking inside. Bairstow doing a lot of work trying to establish himself in the paint. Simmons doesn't get the call. Here comes Onwis sprinting ahead of the pack. He'll put it down with 2 hands. And Coach Can gonna take a timeout, so we'll take one as well with Logan down 14, 84-70. New QBL Game of the Week presented to you by Nothing But Net Media and Live Sport Australia. Back with you here is a good timeout taken by Coach Can. Dave wrecking him out.
Yeah, he was pretty hot out after that last call that he was disappointed with.
Another offensive rebound and put back by Obi Shea. just going right over the top of the defense.
Yeah, he's been really all Thunder. His 14th rebound.
Simmons gets called for a blocking foul. That's Rayshawn Simmons. That's his 4th personal. And it's the 15th foul against Logan. So Southwest shooting free throws from here on out.
I tell you what, if we actually break it down, Johnny, and we take away Obi Shea's 20 and 14, the Thunder looked a little shaky tonight.
Well, Young's having a Young's
been good,
Shea
but
have been good.
as I said, the rest of them, Cedar 5, Tommy 0. Shelley hasn't really been impactful. Carroll's been a bit quiet as well. You know, I'm just saying he's been terrific, and Mitch Young's been solid as well. 21 and 9 for him.
Yeah, they need someone to step up because we only have.
Yeah, and I like that they're not just settling for the threes.
Carroll gets in and lays in with the left hand. He shook the defense. Logan gonna pick it up full court. And Shea recovers. They're gonna call it jump ball, and I think possession arrow favors Logan. And Cedar gonna check back in. Simon Taylor getting a breather. 90 to 74. It's a high-scoring affair for Southwest, and they're doing a good job containing the high-scoring Logan Thunder as well.
Yeah, I mean, and for the Thunder, they're gonna look at the box and say, 4 of 24. What did we do wrong? There's a lot of good looks in those threes. They just were well contested, and again, it didn't go down tonight. But this guy's been terrific all night long. Just too deep a position. Harrison's got to learn to push him off a little bit there.
Machando breaks the pressure himself, but then turns it over as Shea and Carroll with some active hands, and then Young kicks it.
It is World Cup time, you know.
I got my Brazil jersey on.
Where's your Australian jersey?
I'm wearing it tomorrow night for the game. Is it
Good.
Tomorrow night? Maybe no. It's next week.
No, it's a little. Yeah,
Got dusted off.
A couple days away.
Nice pass inside from Harrison to Vines. That's another aspect of Harrison's game that people don't really give him much credit for. He's a pretty good passer as well.
He is, and again, you know, he's got the size where he can look over defenses. But Thunder needs some. You know, they just need to get some stops as well. Great take from Carroll, but now they just need to be contained and play some good D. There's still plenty of time, and they can't give up any fouls because they're in the bonus.
Vines' pass is stolen by Shea. Kick ahead for Carroll. He'll step into a jump shot that's off. Then they're going to get a foul inside. Not sure they're giving that one to. It's going to be on Vines as he was trying to block out Mitch Young. Bairstow checking in for Troy Thompson. Thompson pretty active in his minutes tonight.
Yeah.
Carroll's open in the corner, 3. Rolls off the front of the rim. And then Shea saves it. Carroll behind the back. Shea driving baseline. Layup is good. Onwes gets inside. He loses it on the way up. Carroll kicks ahead for Simmons.
Well, the Pirates need to really calm down. They're doing their best to try and blow it, and Coach Downer agrees.
Shea again tips it. Onwes recovers. That would have been huge for Thunder if Cedar could hit. And then Shea fouls Vines from behind. It's going to send Ryan Vines to the free throw line for a couple shots.
I thought Coach Downer was going to call a time, but he's not.
He did check I thought he did signal for it before, but I think he must have canceled it.
Yeah, I mean, they don't want to just hold the ball and hide. I mean, Thunder are going to be up and in here. They just need to be smart, though, because they are in the bonus.
Free throw from Vines is good. Allen going to check in for Vines if he could hit this one. Vines misses it. Bairstow somehow recovers and lays it in. It's been that kind of night for Logan.
It has, and it's always
reverse layup is missed by Young.
Always an interesting one when Townsville comes in and smacks Pirates, and then Pirates are looking good with a couple minutes to go here against the Thunder. Complete reverse of what the difference a couple of weeks makes.
Harrison's right-handed hook shot is too strong. It's tipped around. Vines recovers though for Southwest. Pass inside, Bairstow finishes with the left hand. 97-80 the lead for Southwest. Cedar gets it to Shea, who fires a three. Too strong. Young, another offensive rebound, finds a cutting Shea. His layup attempt is good, plus the foul. That's a big bucket. Coach Can's gonna take a timeout, I think, so we'll take one as well with 2:08 to go. And Logan trailing by 15 on your QBL Game of the Week, presented to you by Nothing But Net Media and Live Sport Australia. Back with you here at Hibiscus Sports Complex. It's the Southwest Metro Pirates up 15, 97-82. 2 minutes to go. Obi Shea at the free throw line can cut the deficit to 14. Is it too late, Dave, for the Thunder to mount a comeback here?
Well, it's still possible, but if the Pirates have got the bonus as well, that's just going to be really difficult to peg back here for the Thunder.
Good pressure from the Thunder. Doing a good job recovering. Onwis gets it out. Vines now fires a three. That one's off the back of the rim. Bairstow offensive rebound, but there's a foul inside. Looks like that's going to go against Jake Allen. That's the 15th foul. So Simmons going to shoot a couple of free throws. And that's, if you're the Pirates, that's exactly what you don't want.
Absolutely. We talked in the start, Johnny, about the Pirates guys giving a bit more production. Vines with 26, Bairstow with 24, Harrison with 20, and Onwis with 17. You know, the starters have been terrific for the Pirates, and not a huge amount off the bench, but again, 97 points. It's something that they've been struggling to do, is score the ball.
Simmons hits them both. Bairstow loses it. Simon Tell recovers. So a couple of turnovers here for Southwest. Carroll fires top of the key three. That one's off. Tipped around, out of bounds, off the hands of Logan. So it's going to stay with the Pirates. 97-85 the lead here. Coach Downer wants to take a timeout with 1:34 to go. Let's keep it here though, Dave. Mathematically, it's still possible for Logan. They have to continue to force some turnovers, and they have to get a three to drop. They're 4 of 27 on the evening.
Yeah, it's been a rough night for them. Could be the pirate ship here, mate. I mean,
it's a bit cool in the ship tonight.
Because the Pirates haven't shot the ball very well here this year either. But, you know, just tough nights for Cedar so far, 2 of 13. You know, Carroll 4 of 12 as well. But Shea and Young obviously were terrific. They just needed a bit more help. Simmons has only shot the ball 6 times, and obviously he's trying to pass the ball. But even he's got 6 turnovers tonight, which is a bit unlike the Logan Thunder boys. So, still mathematically possible, but just the fact that they got the ball in the bonus, well, both teams now, if the Pirates just can move the ball and if the Thunder can get a couple of stops, you never know.
Well, you always look great when the 3 ball's falling, but if it's not falling, it can be a bit of a struggle, and that's been the case so far for Logan here tonight.
It has.
I think they have used Mitch Young quite well, but when you look at the distribution of shots, Young's has 16, Shea has 15. They probably needed more touches. I mean, that's a decent amount of shots, but probably need a few more.
Well, especially when you're making 20 or 36 between them. I mean, that's pretty efficient basketball.
Machando has it at about the halfway line. Machando travels. He shuffled that pivot foot.
And they're the bits where the Pirates get nervous. Again, turnover.
Got to get a couple of quick points on the board if you're Logan. There's Simmons getting to the rack. He can't finish, though. Onwis dumps it off for Allen, who finishes with the layup. I think that might do it, Dave.
Yeah.
Jump ball inside. Possession arrow favors Southwest. Jake Allen, he wanted the foul call. He got pushed out of bounds. That's a turnover. Simmons working against Machando. Going to bring it back out, fire it deep too. That's an air ball. Then Bairstow fouls Obi Shea inside, fighting for position. It's going to be 2 shots for Shea. So no quit here in the Thunder.
No. Getting a bit ugly here in the last minute.
Well, Logan has been frustrated with some non-calls. It's been a physical game all night. They're getting...
Well, I think you know, realistically, they're frustrated because they've been playing some good ball. They had a couple of good wins, and they expected to come in here and put 20 on the Pirates. Let's be honest. If you're looking at the stats, they're averaging 98. Pirates are last at 78.
It's been a role reversal, really, tonight.
You know, and again, I don't blame the Thunder because they've been playing good ball, and they would have been coming in thinking, we're going to get them here. So I think they're going to be absolutely frustrated because they're going to walk away and go, well, what happened?
Onwis foul from behind by Shea.
I think it's time to hold on the fouls with a minute to go. Up 13.
13 points difference. Oh, look, I've seen crazier, but, you know, at some point you just got to suck it up and admit it's done.
Yeah.
Just taking a look at the schedule for the teams coming up. This is the team's only game of round 9. Then you look ahead to next week for Logan. You've got the Logan Thunder hosting the Brisbane Capitals on Friday night. Nice rivalry game there for both teams. Southwest will travel to Ipswich next Sunday to take on the Force in another rivalry game. So, good opportunity for both teams to get, or especially, well, Logan to get back on track, but Southwest to continue their winning ways. They now have won 2 games in a row. And a really impressive performance from Southwest, Dave. It was a completely new look from Southwest, really looking to push the pace, try and score in transition. They got contributions and points from players who have been struggling all season, in particular Ryan Vines tonight, but Bairstow I thought was excellent. Tyrell Harrison also was very good for Southwest.
Yeah, they were, and I think equally the Pirates need to watch the fourth quarter, specifically the last 5 minutes, which have been pretty average. 6 turnovers for the Pirates in this fourth quarter, but they'll get away with a win, and they needed a win badly, so they got the season back on track. And for the Thunder, back to the drawing board, and big game next week against the Caps.
Yeah, and that helps Southwest on the ladder as well, because Logan drops to 7-4. Southwest will move up to 6-4, so only a half game behind Logan after the win tonight. Really impressed though with Southwest, Dave, because they did what we didn't really expect them to do. They've played a very methodical, slow offense. Tonight they really pushed the pace, and I think they surprised us, but I really think they surprised Logan in their style of play.
Yeah, I think so, and I think both teams are capable of playing at that pace. For the Thunder, a lot of the shots didn't fall tonight, and that's just basketball sometimes.
What was your standout performance for the Pirates tonight? Who really stood out to you? I know we talked about it, but I want to know for you, who was the guy who really drove the bus for Southwest?
Well, I think really, Bairstow and Onwes were really good. Actually, I mean, they were really good. They were presented good targets in that offense. They came up with big plays. But I mean, Vines had a great game back, and it was good to see him back in form. He was really instrumental, and I think they really benefited specifically from his offensive punch tonight.
Yeah, he was excellent. I'll just grab your quick look at the final stats and your final thoughts before we wrap things up here from Hibiscus Sports Complex.
Yeah, Vinesy, 26 points, almost 18. Tyrell Harrison, 20. Jared Bairstow with 26. For the Thunder, 23 for Mitch Young to go with 10 boards, 28 and 14 for Shea. He was an animal tonight, back-to-back on NBN, and he loved it. He loves the TV, mate.
We don't mind seeing him put it down either. But that's going to wrap things up here from Hibiscus Sports Complex. I got to thank Regan Baker on the production and the call. I got to thank my broadcast partner, Dave Derwin. I want to thank Chris Sieber on the camera. I got to give a shout out to my son Eddie and his friend Vinny here hanging out with us, and also James Bowman and the Australian Sports Network for all their technical support. Don't forget, next week we're live from Ipswich as the Sunshine Coast Phoenix head down south to take on the Force on Saturday night. Women tip at 5, followed by the men at 7 p.m. That's going to wrap it up. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in to another presentation of QBL Basketball presented by Nothing But Net Media and Live Sport Australia. We'll see you next week.